I was bored, man. I was just bored. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Give me a second here. Some music is way too loud for me. My poor little ears. Okay, hi. I think we're good. Let me just go live on Instagram, even though I keep flip-flopping on whether or not I actually want to go live on this horrible platform. Meta didn't hear that, though. Oh, man. Give me 1 second here, everybody. Why is that not going live? Hold on, who just followed? Thank you for 53 months. Here's how bored I am. My God. 53 months. You're halfway there, man. Halfway there to 100 months. Thank you so much for the resub, dude. And thank you, Owl. And what the fuck? Is it a hype train? Thank you guys for the hype train. Jesus. Hi, everybody. I'm live on Instagram now, and YouTube, and Twitch, and all of the good stuff. There's a horrifying fact you'll learn on Saturday. You told me. I'm still worried about that. Yes. Hi. I felt like modeling, so we're gonna model today. This has been a project that you've seen me texturing. I have been working on this, but I decided that I no longer want to just do the scope. I want to make this a whole damn thing. So this whole thing is going to be some sort of cool ass beam rifle thing. I haven't really decided like fully what it's going to be, but that's what's cool about this. It's a concept, so I get to do whatever the hell I want to with it. So yeah, we're going to just start having fun and blocking stuff out. Why is my... Oh, that's why. Okay. So I'm going to move this up here. The nice thing is that I can just non-destructively toss this into Substance Painter and I'll still be good. Let's see. At least I think I will. Yeah, because this is using UDIMs too, so I can just... Yeah, I could do that. Cool. Keep going. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Always appreciate knowing that I'm doing a good job. What was that? I don't know what that was. But anyway, everybody, if you guys have questions while I'm working, feel free to ask. Don't mind answering any questions, as always. I'm just going to start kind of blocking some shit out because I don't really know what I want to do yet. Like, I know I want it to be like kind of like a dual barrel type deal. I'm thinking... Yeah, I want them really close. That's what I'm thinking. Something like that. And just start kind of like blocking some stuff out here. But how's everybody doing? You guys got any new projects going on? Anybody working on anything cool tonight? Chris, I know you're streaming. What the hell are you streaming, by the way? Hold on a second. What are you streaming? Just chatting. He's just chatting. Oh, that reminds me. We need to get that thing set up for you. Oh, you're playing that supermarket game. Alright, so that's cool. Hold on. 1 second. I gotta do this. This is important. Bitch. Bye. Oh, God. Alright, cool. Owl, how are you doing, buddy? It's good to see you, man. Okay, so let's look at this and let's think about this. So I want this kind of a little bit lower. Obviously not that thick. Maybe about that. That'll work. Yeah, okay. And then big updates for next week. Yes, next week. I don't know. I might not be live next week at all. So that might be a thing. I might do one, but it is a high possibility I will not because I'm going on vacation. A much, much needed vacation. Okay, so let's see. Alright, this is the part of the process that I'm like, oh yay, it looks like crap. Okay. I do know... Let me think about this. So I do know I want to do some sort of like bracketed like plate system that kind of does this number. Let's see. I'm gonna do probably 30 degrees. We'll just do an even 30. Thank you guys for the hype train on Twitch. It's phenomenal. ATDD, how are you? I'm doing good. How are you? Alright. So we're going to freeze that guy right there. Control D. -1. Okay. That should be exactamundo. It is. Beautiful. What if I did like a... Instead of doing like... I feel like 4 is like too much. Maybe if I did like 3. Because I want it to be like kind of like a jaw that opens up and then like charges the beam and then... Good, I'm glad. Let me see. Let's see how we're doing here. Again, I'm just blocking this out right now, so I'm not really like hyper concerned with how it's looking. But... yeah, let me see. Control D. If I put that under there, just -120. Oop. Let's center the pivot there. Thinking something like that, maybe. Nah, I still want to go with the. I still want to go with the quad. I think. I'm at the point where I need to model characters for my game in Blender, but I have almost no experience with character modeling. Do you have any advice before I get started? I wish. I'm not a character model either, so like that is definitely not my like forte, but there's a bunch of artists that do a lot of good content based around tutorial or character creation. So like look at Abe Liel, look at Jared Chavez, look at Jay Hill. MLW Creative does some really good tutorials on things like anatomy and stuff like that. Just, you know, take your time with it. It takes a while. I'm still horrible at characters, especially depending on how you're going to make them. Now, like, if you're going to hand model them, it's a lot more difficult, but, you know, it just depends on how you're actually going to do it. Do you know how you're going to approach them? I am a 3D artist, but getting a job. Please suggest me some tips to get hired in a good company. Man, it's just one of those things where, like, you got to just kind of keep going, keep working on your portfolio, keep trying. It's a tough market right now. I myself am also looking for a job now, so it's just it is just how it goes. Thanks, I'll definitely check it out. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I wish I had some good advice, but if I come across any great advice, I will let you guys know. Networking is also extremely important. Make sure you're doing that. I'm thinking, let's see. Because I'd like this to, all right, I'm gonna, yeah. It's enough for me to start working off of, so I'm gonna start working off of that. Ideally, I want some of this stuff to like feel like it just kind of like meshes together. What's going on there? Fine, I'll just do it that way. Not a big deal. Can just reposition it. All right, cool. What about anybody else? Anybody else working on anything cool tonight? You guys got any like projects coming? I know it's like summer, so like a lot of people are probably on summer vacation or something right now. But I don't know. Anybody working on anything cool? Okay. So let's see. That's feeling a little wide. Which is kind of not what I wanted. That's a little better. Okay. Ooh, whoa, what happened there? Hold on. That's what happened. Mm-hmm. Let's see. 1 second here. Go to my. Alright, cool. Sweet. Okay, so trying to think of like how I want to handle this. I'm thinking like a one solid unit type deal. So like, let's do. Let me think about this. Let's do. I'm gonna try to kind of work some of this out. Because what I'd like to do, honestly, is probably just take that and delete that. Work that down a little bit. And temporarily we'll just kind of plop that in there. What's up, Connor? How you doing? Let's see. Working on a prototype for turn-based tactics computer game. Currently stumbling through implementing grid-based pathfinding for units on the game board. Ooh, dang. I would not know how to do any of that, so good on you for attempting that. That's cool. That's super cool. Learned quite a lot from your videos. I'm a final year student of multimedia. I'm currently texturing a stylized revolver myself for my portfolio, so really appreciate your efforts in teaching. Yeah, of course. I'm glad the stuff that I do is appreciated. Because sometimes it's hard to know. Especially like recently with like the way Meta's been handling things, like man, it's been difficult. So I'm glad that people are still like seeing and like appreciating the content, because like it's definitely a lot of work that goes into it. But thank you for telling me. I really do appreciate that. I love hearing that like people actually enjoy my work. Let's see. Now, obviously, I can't really do like a direct bump up of that, but just leave just enough to slip the battery out. OC weapon or real weapon? OC, yeah. This is my own design. You are watching me brain it right now, live. So. Just thinking of like points to like grip and hold. Yeah, you know, at one point I thought about doing like a real world based like weapon, but I'm like, I don't know. I wanted to do my own thing. I think I get stuck a lot of the times, like constantly spending a lot of time doing like other people's concepts, and there's a part of my brain that just wants to like do my own creative stuff. And so this is kind of how I'm doing that. Let's see. So I'm thinking. It's a dangerous thing. I'm thinking. I want this to kind of close up around the barrels. So the barrels are still exposed, but the internals of this aren't. That's... okay. And this is probably going to be a little difficult to work out, but we'll see. Let's see. Do we already have the vision set? UV texture, your weapon is done. No need to rest. Good vision on a weapon is enough. Oh yeah, no, for sure. For sure, man. Yeah. Like, thankfully, I've already textured most of the scopes. So the plan is basically I'm going to take this thing, model the rifle portion of it, go UV it, and then drop it into my substance scene so I have all my materials created already, and then I can just start, like, drag and dropping them. That's the eventual plan. Whether or not it works out that way is going to be to be seen. But hopefully it does. Okay, so... what the hell was that? Why did my music just like skip like that? I don't know. Okay. Sweet. So, let's see. I want that to like... obviously, I'm going to need to do something there. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. Let's see, I haven't continued working on my spearhead for the past 5 months in Fusion 360. I've done too much again. My ego is pushing me to do too much. I mean, that's, you know, it's not a huge problem. I get it though. Like I am probably a little like over project filled right now, and I just technically took on another one if it gets approved. So yeah, it's really important to make sure that like you stay organized, especially if you have multiple projects like I do. Like you'll get lost in the sauce really easily. So you definitely don't want to do that too much. Okay. Freeze transforms. -1. Okay. This needs to go down here. Okay. So this is where I need to start kind of working on merging these together, because... let's see. Because that's ideally where they'll be. I'm going to do this. Yeah, we'll do that. This barrel can come down a bit. Sit kind of inside there. Okay. Sweet. Okay. And then I just need to make sure whatever changes I make to the bottom, I make to the top, or vice versa. Vince SCZ, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. How'd you find us tonight, and how are you doing? I'm really hoping this probably isn't going to be exact, but it'll be close enough. And then I'll redo it later. So we want to get that flat. Let's see. Yes, for my school's project, hard surface. I need to finish them for next month. Nice. Yeah, that's tough, man. There's a lot of stuff going on, especially when you're like super busy with like school and everything else on top of that. I imagine having a bunch of projects is stressful. I think you were making a gaming asset, but I don't think your site is too high. Wait. You also keep low poly versions on the side? No. I don't make game assets. I actually stay away from them for the most part because I just don't like being restricted on poly count. But yeah. Technically, it would work in a game. It would just be the heaviest asset in the game, which is totally fine too, I guess. Yeah, no, I do not do like low poly workflows. I do standard VFX workflows. Which is a little different than what you see on Instagram. I'm like one of the few people that does it, and like I don't know. I guess that's pretty cool, but. I'm all alone. Hello, how are you doing, Vince? Can I call you Vince? Hopefully that's good. Oh, shoot. How are you doing? Let's see, we're gonna do... That didn't keep that at all, but that's fine. So if I freeze transforms, Control D, and then plop you over here. Alright, that's given me an interesting design. I don't know about it yet. We're gonna keep tweaking it. Yes, of course. I work on my ArtStation project. Nice. What are you working on for ArtStation? My music just stopped. What do I want? What music do I want? We'll go with this one. Now the big thing here is gonna be figuring out how these, like, because I think instead of having them like flare out, I'm gonna have them kind of go up and over, so like kind of like pop open like that, maybe. I don't know, I haven't really decided. Bugging me that these aren't like actually they're just temporary blockouts anyway. Okay. Yeah, I think what I'll do, we're gonna I just realized I did all that like duplicating and stuff, and like I didn't even finish this part yet, so I got more work to do. Okay. And so I'm okay with that being like that. Let's see. So I'm trying to think of like the way that I currently have this thing designed, like how I would want to continue this. So let's see. Okay. So let's do, all right. We're gonna do some manual cutting on this. Oops, hold on. All right. So I think that's good. What am I doing? Not anything right is what I'm doing. Okay, so we did technically through there. It just didn't like link properly. Sweet. Let's see. 3D environment and abandoned metro station. Nice. That's got to be a lot of work. How's it going? Like, are you having a good time, like, modeling it and everything? That one linked up fine. Those did not. Okay. So we're going to go and extract this now. Okay. Okay. Cool. So we'll do that. That's solid. Just looking for a little bit of things, like some things just to clean up a bit. That guy can go there. That guy can go there. Okay. Honestly, that takes care of most of it, minus that issue. But honestly, that's not even necessary. Cool. Still nice and perfectly quadded out. Alright, so... let's see how that's holding up. Okay, so I need to sharpen that corner. Let's see. Toron, what's up? How are you? All right. Okay. The other issue that I'm having there is I want that to, like... see if this will let me. This is probably going to fail miserably. I don't know, it works. Doesn't look great, but it worked. Okay, so I just need a little bit more sort of support in that area, which is fine. It's not a big deal. What are you making? So I am building out the larger portion of this project right here. So I've been texturing this for a while now, and now we're working on the actual, like, entire rifle. So that's what I'd be doing. Let's see. Yes, that was for my end of year portfolio project. I'm on the creation of the presentation slide. Oh, nice. Super cool. Are you almost done with school at this point, or is this like just like one of your first years that you're finishing up? I can add an extra support there and see how that works. Oh, that makes it worse. All right, let's just... I'm gonna put those back for now. So that cripples it. Okay. Now the reason that cripples it is because of that. So let's do this. We'll select that entire loop, which should go around the entire thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. That hardens it up a little bit. Okay. Better. There's a little bit of a pinch in there. I think honestly what I might do, let's just do this. Hold on. Let's see. That's your very first ArtStation post. Oh, nice. Well, that's super cool. That's exciting. I don't even remember what my first ArtStation post was. What was my first ArtStation post now that I think about it? Hold on a second. I don't even remember. Let's see. Sign in. I don't know why it signs you out every 10 minutes. Continue. That's me. Yes. Let's see. What is my first project? Oh, yeah, that was my first project. So this is the first thing I ever uploaded to ArtStation. Terrible project. God-awful project. But it was, you know, learned a lot with it. That was, when was that? When did I post that? Oh, man, that was... Where's the date? 6 years ago. Damn. That's crazy. Crazy, man. That's cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's definitely an old gnarly project. All right, so let's do this. We're going to kind of extend this a little bit. Because I'd rather this like kind of die over here than like that. There we go. That's better. Much better. And we'll do the same thing kind of up here. What software are you working in, Vince? Primarily. Just out of curiosity. There we go. That's better. Okay. Much cleaner. Okay, so the big thing is I want to keep those sharp angles, so this might be the same kind of deal. Just bevel that. Chamfers off. Oh, wait a minute. That's probably gonna break. Ah, no, that works. Hold on. That one's fine to get rid of, but that other one might be problematic. Yeah, that pinch is not gonna work for me. Okay, let's... Might do that separately. Okay. What's up, Dead Son? What's the best resource to learn Rhizome? So, I have one video. I'm not going to say it's the best, because it's probably not. But honestly, I learned a lot of their stuff from just their YouTube channel. They have a lot of good stuff on there. And then just experimenting. Once you kind of, once you get the gist of it, it's pretty easy to figure out what it does. It's just kind of figuring out where things are and where things are located. But, yeah, their YouTube's super helpful. And then, like I said, I've got that one video. My only issue with my video is that I tell you in the video that there's a thing that you can't do, and you actually can do it. But it's just selecting an entire like shell cluster. I was gifted it on Throne, and I got it in there, and it was pretty in-depth. Nice, super cool, man. Well, welcome to Rhizome. It's one of the best tools that I use. It's also my favorite, because it just makes my life suck a little bit less with UVs. But yeah, man, I'd check those out, because those are good resources. And then if you have any questions or anything, just like hit me up. I have no problem helping you out. Just kind of dragging edge loops in here, and then I'll clean it up later. Just want to get my shapes going here. Yeah. Learning collab where I yell at you for 5 hours and call you an idiot until I master it. It'd make for good content. It'd make for great content. That's funny. Do I want to? I don't know. Do I want to keep the smoothness? How's this like mashing up? Hold on. Let's take a look. Yeah. All right. Let's do. All right. I think it's okay. Control D. I never messed up the scale on this. I don't think. Oh, I did. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so it's a little off, but not too bad. Let's see. I'm like only 5% joking. I mean, yeah, man, if you want to sit down, I could teach you exactly how to do it. It's not a big deal. Even if you want to do like I was gonna say, if you're interested in doing like a collab stream, I've never done a 3D collab stream, so like, I'll live teach you Rhizome. I don't care. Yo, I just want to say thank you for your tank tread video. I tried not to put my head through a wall with MASH. MASH is a pain. I'm glad that you found it useful. Yeah, MASH is MASH. But I'm glad it worked out for you. That's awesome to hear. Now you get to rig it. That part sucks. I've been going through that myself, and I have to take breaks, like, heavily, because I just can't stand working with what do you call it? Oh my god, what are they called? Fucking not simulations. What's the word I'm thinking of? It's I can't think of the word. Expressions. I will DM you so we can set up timing. Let's do it, man. I was like, I don't know, it's a word. It's one of those horrible words. Okay, so that, I don't like that. I need that to just chop off. So we're gonna just do that. It's probably gonna make a mess of things, yes? Wait, what? What just happened? Hold on. Okay. Okay. Let's see. That's cool, man. I'm excited. I've gotten a lot of people on Rhizome. In fact, I should probably just be like, hey, I'm making you guys money. Although they've been super cool. They shared my, they shared 2 of my projects the other day, which I thought was wild. I was pretty happy about that. They've been pretty supportive of the channel. Boolean difference. Okay. I will literally tell them. No, they've been good. They don't do a lot of like creator-sponsored content, I don't think. I think they're starting to get into the space. They're starting to realize that if they support their creators and do that stuff, like they can probably like expand their reach. But I will sing praise for them from the rooftops because that tool has saved me so much freaking time over the past couple of years that it's wild. So I will always love them. Okay, so that is nice and flat now, and I've probably ruined my topology, but who cares, you know? Who cares? I could probably just rebuild it real quick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Easily, man. Okay. Where the fuck did that come from? I don't even know where that came from. Alright, that's fine. Just gotta rebuild. Also, I think that's the first time I've ever done a Boolean live, so you guys are welcome. I do actually use them. I just hate them. Mainly because, like, anything that causes me additional cleanup, I just don't want it. But it does make for easier things. Okay, where do you go? I think it goes right there. Oh, that's a problem. Where did that go? Okay. Okay, yeah, that's brutal. I love that for myself. Okay. I will Twitter them. Do they even have Twitter? I don't know if they even have Twitter. No, the team at Rhizome's always been really good to us. So, I love their software. Okay. This is why I don't do Booleans, man. Wait a minute. Where the f does that go? Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Huh? That's just a unnecessary edge loop. Control D. Oh, let's see. Hello, just got off my computer from modeling for about 4 hours just to eat a bedtime snack and watch you model. Nice. Welcome. Who was it the other day that was watching? They were like, I'm UVing while watching somebody UV just to torture myself. I always love hearing stuff like that. That's too funny. Well, I hope what were you modeling? What were you working on tonight? I was about to dive into Rhizome until I found UV Packmaster 3 because that plugin was cheap and makes packing really nice. Yeah, I mean, if you're using like Blender, there's a couple of really nice options for it. Maya doesn't really have very many nice options for it, so it's kind of one of those things where you just gotta like find stuff that works. And that thing that works is Rhizome for me. Okay. God, I despise that I did this. Alright, it's fine. No. Let's not do that, actually. Hold on. Oh my god. Okay. This will save me a lot of time, though, so it's fine. Will it save me time? Wait a minute. Yeah, it'll be good. Let's see. Packmaster 3 is for Maya now? What? Nah. Oh, look at that. Packmaster 3. UV Packmaster. GPU accelerated UV Packmaster for Blender and Maya. Wow, that's interesting. Huh. That's cool. I didn't know they actually made one for Maya. That's actually really cool. I'm still going to use Rhizome, but that's good to know. How much is it? 39? That's not bad. I might have to just pick that up just to have it and play with it. Now, the question is like, let's see. If Milestone tool generates UV application. I'll have to watch some videos on that because I've never used it. That's kind of cool. Thanks for letting me know. I'll have to look at that. Let's see. I'm on 3 different projects right now for college. Alumni. Hard surface for the most. Tonight, again, will be a pirate's wooden door. Nice. That's cool. That sounds fun. Wood is a terrible material to work with in 3D. I have discovered over the past, like, couple months. Not a fan. It's just a hard one to mimic. I don't know what it is about it. There's like some physical shape to it, and then there's like, you know, the texturing portion of it as well, so. But that's cool. It's funny because like I try not to work with like wood stuff, and then I am like currently in the middle of working on a very, very wood project. Okay, let's just clean all this junk up. Ew, what the why? I was starting to look, so like last night I was looking for a new show to watch because like I feel like it's been really hard to find anything that's like worth my time to like dedicate to like watching. And I always passed it up, but I finally started watching Foundation. Holy shit, that show's cool. That show's amazing. I've been loving it. I'm only like an episode and a half in. Wood is in wooden planks and stuff. Yeah, I mean, for instance, like I can show you my last wood project, right? Like there was this one. I think just like wood texture in general is just one of those things like you have to be really careful about like paying attention to, like making sure you're getting like the veins correct and everything's working properly. But let's see, where is it? The ISO room. Yeah, so this was my last like wood project. So like there's quite a bit of wood in this scene, which I don't know, it wasn't too hard to work with, but like some of it was just like, man, some of it was a pain in the ass. It turned out really good. I was realizing the other day that my glass looks like shit, so I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. I don't know what happened to that shader, but it was a fun project. Kind of. It was also a nightmare. But it was fun. It was a fun nightmare. Loved that project. Thank you. Is it all Maya? That was Maya and Substance Painter. No. I generally pawn off my texturing to Substance Painter because like I just cannot be bothered. Procedural materials are not my favorite thing in the world to deal with, so I tend to try to avoid them. How many do I need to move? So there's 1, 2, 3. And there are 1, 2. That's not good. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Did I screw myself on this? I think I did. Hold on a second. What did I do wrong? Let's grab the edge ones first. Which is obviously going to be that. I don't like this. I don't like booleans. I don't use them for a reason. Oh, that was an actual. Okay. It's like a puzzle, like reassembling this crap. Okay. All right, so then you go right here. Okay. And you go over here. And then there's this extra little piece of garbage for no reason. Oh, you know what it was? I know exactly what it was. That was the... okay. I know what happened. The question is, how do I want to fix that? Okay. All right. Hey, what's up, Sharky? Wow, you're on Instagram. That's weird to see. Let's see. I don't sculpt either, so wood is even trickier. Yeah, that's fair. I I did a quick sculpt today that did not turn out well, but it got me just far enough to get to where I needed to be. I really want to be good at sculpting, but like I just don't have the time to dedicate to get good at it. Okay, we're looking better. I'm gonna actually just leave that in there, and I'm gonna leave those triangles, and somebody can throw a conniption over that later. What am I making? So this is going to, yeah, I was gonna say it looks like I'm doing like just like nothing right now. So I am concepting the rifle that belongs to this scope because I'm weird and I decided that I was gonna model a really cool like science fiction-y scope, which I've been texturing and doing all that stuff. But then I was like, nah, you know, I need to make the gun too. So you know, that's what we're doing. Which is the best software ways to have realistic glass? I've heard Marmoset, but never really used it. I mean, they're all pretty good at glass nowadays. Really, a lot of it comes down to like how you like kind of tone your roughness maps and everything, and how you handle the actual glass shaders. Marmoset's probably going to be one of the faster ways to do it. Arnold's not bad. Arnold does pretty good. For some reason, it just tends to have some issues with like heavier scenes. But, oh. That's why that wasn't working. But yeah, no, I mean, it just really depends. I haven't really seen a software that doesn't handle glass well, except for Unreal Engine. I don't know why that thing is so bad at glass. I'm gonna do, okay. Yeah. This is not by any means the proper way to do this, but let's see what that does. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, thankfully that actually just became a quad, so that actually kind of worked out. If it works, don't try fixing it. Glass is very finicky in all engines, to be honest. Did you use the path tracer in Unreal? I think so. Oh god, when was the last time I did glass in Unreal? What project did I do glass in Unreal? Oh, it was the Xenomorph. So, let's see. I had a hell of a time getting this head to be transparent properly, and I ended up just kind of giving up on it. Like, I got it to where I wanted it to be for the most part, but I feel like a lot of detail got lost, especially because it was having issues with the height map and the glass. So, yeah, it was not great. It was not great. I've learned a lot since I did this project, but I haven't reopened Unreal in a long time. Srinivas, long time no see. How is your day going? My day has been good. It is almost the weekend, and then it is almost like 3 or 4 days until I go to Costa Rica, so I'm doing phenomenal. I am living the dream. Ooh. Alright, you know what? I really don't like this, actually, at all. I don't think there's a way for me to actually link that. There isn't. Okay. This is surprisingly good to work along with for some reason. I've heard people say that. I don't know why. It's fun to listen to like other people. I mean, to be fair, I do the same thing. Like, I'll throw up like Abe Leal when he's streaming, or like Jared when he's streaming, like just any of them, and just like listen to them talk while I work. So I guess I could see it. I can see it. All right, here's what. All right, hold on. I'm just like really hating this, so I'm gonna do some stuff. Because quite frankly, it needs to be done. Let's do this. That. I'm gonna just get rid of all of these like extra supporting loops. Just for right now. I got a little ahead of myself and went a little too complex too quick, and that's fine. Just gonna go fix it. Have you been following the World Cup? Nah, I'm not really big into watching sports, if I'm being honest. So I don't really keep up with it all the time. I see like, I see like the snippets of it on like, oh shit, what happened? On like TikTok, but otherwise, yeah, I don't really keep up with it all that much. That's looping. And it shouldn't be. Okay. Yeah, it's looping because there is no actual... Oh. Oh yeah, look at that. Cool. Sweet. I see what was causing my problem. This is why we troubleshoot. Am I safe to delete that? Yes, I think so. Okay, that's linked up now, and that's linked up now. Perfect. Out of curiosity, if Autodesk said tomorrow we are removing the Indie license for Autodesk Maya and 3ds Max, which software would you replace? Oh, pick to replace Autodesk. Well, I have thought about that day, and I hope that day doesn't happen, for obvious reasons. But in my situation, I would probably reach out to them and be like, hey, so let's figure out some sort of sponsorship thing here so I can get a license back. But if that didn't work out, I would probably move over to, honestly, Blender, as much as I wouldn't want to. That's probably where I would go, because I don't make enough off of this stuff yet to justify the cost of a Pro Maya subscription. I don't think they're getting rid of it by any means at any point, but yeah, if they did, I'd probably unfortunately switch to Blender, which I'm just not a big fan of. Let's see. I've started building a foolproof pipeline for leaving Maya. It includes Blender, DaVinci Resolve, Cavalry Motion Graphics by Canva. I'd still be using Maya if I hadn't forgot to save my scripts and preferences anyway. Oh, that sucks. That's a bummer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind paying for Maya Indie. I get a lot of use out of it. I get a lot of work out of it. So, like, for me, it's very worth it. I know for some people it may not be worth it. So, it's just kind of like, you got to do what you got to do, you know? Alright, yeah, I got way too ahead of myself on this. Always do that. Well, yeah, we could start adding, like, details and shit before we've actually blocked out the model. Why not? Let's see. Ngon, yeah, there's Ngons all over this thing. Don't worry about it. Let's see. I'm glad I sort of know both Maya and Blender. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing for me, too. Like, I know enough of Blender to get, like, into it pretty quickly. It wouldn't necessarily be the hardest thing in the world for me. I just hate Blender. As I've said it before, Blender is like Linux, okay? If you've ever used Linux, everything is overcomplicated for no reason. And I understand it's, you know, community developed, whatever. Like, that's cool. I do love that. I love open source software. But sometimes that causes so many issues and it makes things so overcomplicated. So that is my issue with Blender, really. Otherwise, like, I don't really have a problem with Blender. I think it creates some really cool stuff. That would for sure be like the transition point for me if I had to. Let's see. I'm glad let's see. Oh no, if I wanted to completely ditch Maya, it wouldn't really be a hassle. Yeah, that's fair. Do you know about I'm 3D Joe? I'm 3D Joe. I do not. I can look him up real quick. Is he on YouTube? Oh, no. Yes, I do know about this guy. Sorry, that was probably really loud. Yes, this guy makes some crazy cool stuff. I am subscribed to him. I just never like pay attention to his actual name. Yeah, he makes some really cool stuff, man. He has some amazing scripts. I slightly prefer modeling in Maya. Yeah, that's how it is for me too. I'm like, I don't know, I just enjoy modeling in Maya. It's easy for me. Alright, so that just needs to get nuked. Okay. We're back to basics here, back to basic shapes. I just need to change that somehow. Okay. Cool. Why not get into my PC out of that situation? What do you mean? Have you ever used a Wacom pen display tablet in 2S while 3D modeling? Or do you use... I just use mouse and keyboard for modeling. I do use my pen tablet for texturing and sculpting. So, like, I do have it and I do work with it. But yeah, I tried using it with Maya. I was not the biggest fan of working that way. Who was I talking to? It was Andrew Hodgson I was talking to, and he's like, oh, nah, man. He's like, you got to get on the pen and tablet, because he was live talking about it. And, like, I tried it, because I'm like, you know, if it's good for him, I'll give it a shot. And I just did not like it. It slowed me down so badly that I was just like, I can't do this. Okay, so that will create a loop if I do that. Wait, what? Why don't you use it? Please save yourself pain in Maya right now. What do you mean? No, I use it. I use a lot of his tools. Pen tablet for sculpting in Maya? No, if you guys don't know who Andrew Hodgson is, he is a artist he was at DNEG. I think he's at Blizzard now. But he's a hard surface artist, so he does all of his modeling with his pen tab. And like, yeah, I don't know. I tried and I did not enjoy it at all. Wait, let's try. Wait, hold on. Flashy, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Hold on a second. The tools he made, like fixing multiple holes, dent fixing, are really great when you understand them, especially for car modeling. Let's try one plugin from 3D Joe. At least it'll be fun. You do you, then cool. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just not in like the space to use one right now. I don't need to right now. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to like remesh a lot of this. I'm just not really worried about that right now. It wasn't to like shut you up. It was just because like I'm just not like wanting to use that right now. Let me think about this. I want to avoid that, but alright, let's do this. I'll try to just fix this up a little bit here. This is going to immediately wreck things, but that's alright. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Is that all looking better? Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay, so now I can kind of crush that back together. Delete that. Control D. -1. Nope, my bad. -1. Alright. Take both of these guys. We're going to just crush them together. Are you into motion graphics? No, it's something I want to kind of like learn at some point, but I'm not like hyper, like chomping at the bit to do it. I do a lot of stuff with like MASH, but as far as like doing actual motion graphic stuff, no, I haven't really done that. Hey Zach, what's up, man? How you doing? Okay, that's nice and cleaned up. Feel much less bad about that now. Just trying to think of what else I want to do to this thing before I like actually. Rifle, yeah. I decided that I didn't want to texture the scope tonight, and I wanted to actually work on the rifle, so this has just been my live stream project at this point. Let's see. What you got going on tonight, man? It just no, that worked. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Serious, you want to try like motion graphics with those toon shaders? I've never really played with toon shaders myself, but I don't know. Maybe my focus is generally more like VFX stuff. I haven't really focused on like commercialized uses of 3D, like, you know, like advertisements and motion graphics and stuff like that. But I don't know. It might be something I do eventually, but it's just not a huge focus for me right now. Oh, let's see. He's trying to make an interesting layout for UVs for presentation. Oh, I kind of found my default that I use now, just because like I'm like I don't know how else to make these look cool. Like they're just UVs, man. I have like a template that I use now. My norm actually does not work for the Balrog. Oh, really? Well, that's a bummer. Just try to like. Okay. I kind of. All right, that's a little too thick. So are you finding anything that'll like work for you, or are you just kind of having to like start from zero? Okay. So I'm just gonna go to ZBrush and get high-res renders. Oh, I mean, that's fair. Did you do the UVs in ZBrush for that one? Or did you do them in Maya? Because I know you usually do them in like Maya, right? Okay. Let's start adding a little bit more like separation details. UVs in Maya, but I had them when I was doing high-res detail. Oh, shit. Okay, interesting. Huh. I had to UV. Oh my god, dude! I had to UV a Z remesh model today. It's because I was trying to quickly do things without doing retopo. That was not fun. Those models get gnarly. I assume also because like I'm using an older version of ZBrush, but like, oy. Thankfully it wasn't like an organic asset, so I was just like, yeah, it's fine. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Now I think what I want to do...
Just wish he knew.
Sure. This is not exactly what I wanted to do, but it might work. Let's see. Twitch at least let me know that I broke my stream streak and I'm back to one. Aw, lame. To help combat that, I think you can use polygroups to help define that stuff. Oh, interesting. Well, that would have been nice. That's okay. It got me to what I needed. Like, I'm not mad about it. Okay. Okay.
I just wish he knew.
sure I didn't like trash that. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright. There will be a day when I actually get like better at Boolean workflows, but today is not the day. Okay. And keep in mind, guys, again, for those who are watching, I probably will not be live next week. I'm going to try to be live at least one day next week, but I fly out of the country on, what do you call it? Friday? Thursday? Friday? One of those days. So I will not be, more than likely won't be doing a lot of live streaming next week. Isolate some of that. Take these guys. How do you fill multiple faces of with an object with uneven topology? Uneven topology is a little bit harder. Usually I just do it manually. If it has even, I use a script for that. There's a quad fill script that I use. But yeah, if you're working with like an uneven one, I don't really have a good way to do that aside from manually doing it. How badly is that jacked up? Pretty badly. How is that suddenly not working? Can't tell if that actually worked or if it... No, it did. What was the question? Question for what? I don't remember. I don't remember what the question was. Oh, sorry. How do you fill multiple faces with an object with uneven topology? Which, all the tools that I have rely on having some form of, like, unity or uniformity. I know that. Okay. Alright, so that's an issue. So let's fix that guy. I think what I'll do is I'll probably take this model with me and work on it on the plane. An example of what kind of mesh, rather than vague? No, not really. Yeah, it would be really dependent to like see like what you're trying to do that with. Anshvansh? Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Okay, so we're gonna go with a little bit more simplistic approach here. try to anyway. All right. Not too bad, not too bad. And then that goes to that, and then this doesn't have... Okay. So let's do that. So now much better. Okay. Minus that. Holy hell. What the hell happened there? Oh, shoot. Okay. Nice. That's gnarly. Okay. Cool. That should be better? Question mark? Okay. That's good. I just need that to be sharpened now, which might be problematic. Let's find out. Yeah, it might be. Alright, so this is where I'm going to do that little pinch technique. So we're going to just bevel. What the? Hold on. Why did that happen? Okay, hopefully that's fine. There we go. Alright. W, da, Control D. -1. is nice and close. Delete the old ones. Control D. Cool. Better. I think my Twitch died. You think my Twitch died? What happened to my Twitch? Uh-oh. Oh, it did. What happened? Did it die? Hold on a second. No, it's good. It's up. Might be your connection to the website. That's weird. The stream is still alive. I still see it going. So, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on something real quick. Okay. I'm back. Alright, so yeah, that'll be cool because like the barrels are so separated that you'll see some of the internals. Cool. Alright. Well, keep just going at this. And then I'm thinking I'll have a top and a bottom piece that'll just kind of slap back and pull forward or pull backwards. I think that'd be kind of cool. Let's do that. Let's build that right now. Excited for the vacation? I need it really badly. I haven't gone on like an actual vacation, like a real vacation, in probably, I don't know, maybe a year now at this point. I think Disneyland was a year ago, and that was still like, it was a weekend trip. Like, we didn't like get to go somewhere. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm quite excited for it. I need it. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that matches up. Mm-hmm.
Mama said you're meant to burn as bright as a star among the midnight sky.
Okay.
All the pressure blinded me, but now I see I'm no different from the rest. You said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'd fly away.
Okay.
You said
Yeah, that'll work. Only thing I don't like is the way that currently looks. Yeah, so I'm thinking this pops up back while the other ones just pop out. I think maybe pop out and move forward. Pop out, yeah, something like that. I think that'll be dope. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, that's a problem I didn't really think about. Okay.
I just hope I am okay with the choices I
Probably
make.
do that.
Maybe then I'll understand. You said I'd fly away, but my world
Go ahead and drag that there. Okay.
now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'd fly away. You said I'd fly anywhere, but I keep on falling.
What are you up to tonight, Dead Son? What you got going on? Gotta go. Good luck with your project. All right, Vince. You have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. All right. I'm gonna do. Hold on. Oh, I'm glad I didn't do that. So it's those ones. Okay. So I'm gonna just add an extra cut. That's for sure a better way of doing that. Okay. And I think probably what I'll end up doing is after this is built, I'll probably take everything, throw a lattice on it, and just kind of change the sizing. Because like right now, it's a chunky boy, and I don't necessarily want this to be like hyper chunky. I still want it to become kind of like streamlined. So I'll probably do something with some lattices. Because like, yeah, it's a pretty that's close to what I wanted, but obviously with like big moving parts, you're not going to get that. I also still need to add a ton of detail to this, so. We'll see what happens. Try to follow some of the other stuff. Big chunk gone. Yeah, man. All right, dude. Have a good night. All right, Zach. Have a good night, man. What's up, Zach? How you doing, man? If I didn't already say that, I probably did. My brain is tired today. I did, however, I'm kind of excited about this. I got one of these, so I got a new camera, and it shoots some actual pretty gorgeous footage. So I'm excited about this because my YouTube videos have been ass lately. So that's a nice upgrade that's coming. I'm doing excellent. Nice, man. Oh yes, tired brain. Yeah, man. It's been a week. It's been a month. It has been a month at this point. Let's see. I don't. Yeah. What's got you doing so excellent on this fine day? Send your DM. All right, cool, man. I will message you after stream, and then we'll plan something out. I'm excited. What the oh, I see what happened. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's... What the f... Weird. None of this stuff is working properly right now, which is a little concerning. File, increment save. Just in case. I haven't saved this entire stream, so it's good to be safe. 3. Okay. I don't see any issues with that, so that's good. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, any of the other stuff I can add later, so I guess I'm not super worried about it. Let's see. Better to save than sorry your file was screwed. Yeah. I've been there, man. Been there many a times. I definitely like not being there. Okay. Did I already support that? Yeah, I did. This needs to be... And that needs to be... And then one more there. Okay. Okay, so show, isolate, view selected. Okay. So let's take these. Shift, isolate. Gonna. It's actually looking kind of cool. I like it. All right. Okay. Let's see. Hey, bro, can you tell me your feedback on my last grooming project on IG? I'm not really a grooming artist, so my feedback is definitely not going to be like good for that. If you want to send it to me on Instagram, you totally can. I can take a look at it, but just know that like I am not an expert in that field at all by any means. I knew that was going to happen. Oh man. Okay. Let's do this. Honestly, that's not too bad. Right. Shoot. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Oh, why would I do that? All right. Oh, Flashy not here. Do you play video games? Yeah. Not a lot though. I really don't anymore. I play like right now I've been playing Subnautica 2 and Doom Dark Ages, but I think I've spent like a combined total of like an hour or so on Doom, and then I spent the most time on Subnautica, but like yeah, I don't spend a lot of time playing games. I spend more time watching movies than I do playing video games. It's okay. I really like your art and your opinion anyway. I'm going to send it. Yeah, that's fine. No worries. As long as you're cool with just understanding I don't know what I'm critiquing, so. I am down. Okay, so that's sweet. We got a nice clustered thing. Cool. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna save this real quick, just because I want to make sure that this is actually gonna do what I want it to do. So we're gonna do go here, go save. Go to about frame 50. Set key, okay. Set key, go back to frame 50. Right there. Oh. Wait, no, hold on. Redo current time. Redo. Oh, nothing to redo. Alright. Well, shit. This one's gonna be a little bit shallower. Let's do this, actually. Hold on. Okay, so something like that. Cool. Let's see. Did you make this whole gun on stream or just the muzzle? Just the muzzle. Yeah, no, the, well, I mean, technically I made the entire gun on stream, but the scope itself was pre-made a while back. I've been working on the scope. I'm weird and I started the scope before I ever started the gun. But yeah, so. Just the muzzle. But that is working exactly how I wanted to. What is going on with my mouse? Why is it stuck? Hold on. I just realized like my posture is like horrible right now. That's probably why I'm so tempted to like sing like a shrimp. Try really hard not to do that, but damn, am I doing it tonight? Yeah, so I like that. Are you gonna rig it? Yeah, probably. I mean, maybe. Like I'll probably do like a basic one, just for like presentation purposes. But yeah, I don't even know what I'll use this for. If I'm being honest, like it's just gonna be a portfolio piece. Cool. So let's, now that we have that, I got to take all that and then delete that because it's not going to let me do a modifier on this like this. I'm going to save it again. Deform. We're going to do a lettuce. That should be okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know, do we think we should do forward? Or like that? I like that better. I think I like that better. Okay. Yeah, I dig that a lot. I like the kind of the arrow shape that we got going on there. Sweet. Okay. Well, that part's done. Still got to work on the body a lot, but let's see. Bro, I have to pay a toll for traveling, and now they want me to sign in. The user agreement literally says they can charge me money for whatever they want whenever I give up my right to go to court. What the why? That's weird. That's so weird. I'm so happy I don't have tolls in my state. How many softwares do you know, brother? How many softwares do I know at this point? Maya. I'll count Blender because I know enough of Blender. ZBrush, Substance Painter, Rhizome. What else do I use? DaVinci. Yeah, about 6 pieces. 6 pieces of software. Tolls are corny as fuck. Paying X dollars for potholes galore. Yeah. Thankfully we don't have those here. Quite happy we don't have those here. There's some distortion there and I don't like that, but I'm going to ignore it for now. Now the fun part is going to be figuring out how I want to interface that, because honestly, I know exactly what I could do. Yeah, hold on. I had an idea. And it was probably a dumb one, but it was an idea. Whoa, wait a minute. What did I just do? Oh, okay, I see what happened. Delete. Oh. That's weird. Okay. And I think I can just... Beautiful. Yeah, and then I'll just kind of cater that to that. Let's see. I'm 2, Autodesk Maya and Blender. Nice. They're good. They're both good tools. Now you gotta learn Substance Painter. Okay. I just realized I'm gonna have to make like a bipod for this thing too. That's okay. It'll be fun. Alright, let's see. What time is it? We are doing... It is 2 hours in, so alright guys. I'm pretty exhausted. I don't know why today, but probably because I quit caffeine. I'm gonna go ahead and end stream for tonight. It's been a great 2 hours. Thank you all so much for coming in and hanging out. I appreciate it. The amount of details on the scope makes me think, how did you make this? Oh, I spent a lot of time on that one. A lot of time on that one, which is why I'm not happy about doing the whole gun, but I'm doing it anyway. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out, and a special thank you to everyone on YouTube, especially those of you who are watching the VODs or whatever. Thank you so much for getting me to 10,000 followers on YouTube. That's still honestly crazy. I've got a video coming out for that probably tomorrow, honestly. I just need to finish editing it, but it's been a crazy week, so I haven't had time to. But thank you guys so much for all of the love and the support, as always. I really appreciate it. I'm always happy to know that you guys still enjoy what I do. So thank you guys so much. Instagram, you guys are the first to go, so you guys have a wonderful night. Good stream as always. Thank you so much, Zach. I appreciate that, man. Flashy, you take care too. Everybody on YouTube, thank you again so much. We will see you all later. And then Twitch, let's raid.